see. When you do go to, well, like when you did go to furry conventions, like what kind of food do they have? Do they have like special type of food, or do they have like really good type of, or do they have like really good food?
The convention that I went to, there was a megaplex. It was this, I think it was called Laguna. Restaurants all in that area, so I ended up eating at Yard House, which is really good. They have really good restaurants, so it's within walking distance too. So I didn't eat in the convention, so I really don't know.
And when I watched a video about how the fursuit and when you did that video for fursuit in Florida, so I guess like if you don't bring water, you're basically you're just basically like a walking river, basically.
Yes, very much so. Because I was in that fursuit at the convention, and I was just dying in that fursuit, and I was only wearing a partial. It wasn't even a full suit. So it is. I do take it very seriously, where you really need to hydrate, especially in that weather.
Yeah, not to be weird for me though, but if I was in one, I think the only thing I would wear was just a pair of shorts, and that'd be it.
Oh.
While you button, Fox Gaming said.
No, I mean, there's people who wear jeans in Florida, but they don't wear them all the time. And the people who do wear jeans in Florida, I always look at them and I'm like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Are you insane? Why are you wearing jeans in Florida? Don't you know you're just gonna die wearing that? Most people here wear shorts.
You know, wouldn't that be funny for somebody to do?
What?
If you saw somebody wearing like a fursuit and they just see him like wearing a you just see him wearing a air conditioner for a backpack, and have a hose that goes like underneath their like where their feet go, and then just like blow air in it and just walk around like that.
They're what?
Play CVR.
What was that?
So I guess you didn't hear the question I asked you.
Yeah, no, I cut off a few moments ago.
Okay. What I said is that it'd be funny if you saw somebody in a furry suit walking, and then they have an air conditioner as a backpack, and they had the hose hooked up underneath her pants, so like it breathes nice air conditioning when you're walking around.
Yes, I suppose that would be very useful. In Florida, it's just...
It'd be really heavy though, but it'd be funny to see.
Well, they're already in a heavy suit, so yeah, I wouldn't see how it would work. I'm sure somebody would figure it out.
Moby the raccoon is in, and he said some people wear partial. They got jeans on it. And he just said, and he just finished saying that that if you wear jeans, then they're crazy.
Very rarely does it snow in Florida, even in North Florida. It does snow in parts of Georgia, but right next to Florida, where Tallahassee is, Jacksonville, it very rarely snows. I would say it only snows once or twice every 50 years. That's how rare it snows in Florida. It almost never snowed in Miami. It only snowed once in recorded history. It's pretty much always hot here.
Yeah.
We only get cool. We only get cold because of the cold front in the north.
You wanna know how for Pennsylvania? You wanna know how how much snow we had last year, and like during March?
I have an idea. Yes, I've been up there.
We had like 2 feet of snow here last year.
imagine walking around in the snow, going to work, and then having to shovel that snow, you know, and then the icy roads. It's pretty much terrible. I think it's terrible. I don't know. I would live up north during the winter.
Yeah. For you know, when it's crazy that people do sometimes up here when it snows. If they really want coffee, they actually go in the snowmobiles and just go to like a convenience store and snowmobile and just get their coffee and leave on it.
Oh.
Wait, I want coffee. Got my coffee. By the time you get home, it's frozen. Dang it. Moby the raccoon said. You can get me going.
I was in Vancouver, British Columbia, back in June this year, and it was like 50 degrees, and plus I was on top of the mountain, right? But I was wearing shorts and I was wearing a simple shirt, and that was all I needed, even when it got dark. So, you know, when people say that people from Florida, they can't tolerate the cold, that's not necessarily true, because I wasn't shivering or anything. You know, it's really nice up north when it's permitting nice weather. Yeah. Other than that, you know, I don't know how I could survive in a blizzard or in under 6 feet of snow. It's terrible.
It's like it takes you like 10 hours just to walk through like 10 feet of snow just from your house to your driveway.
Yeah, I would imagine it would take 3 hours to drive 3 miles. I would imagine. Like an hour to drive 3 miles. That would be terrible.
It's like that song plays. If I were to walk 500 miles, then I would walk 500 more. It's like you go outside and it's like, yay, I want to go play in the snow. You open and then like you open the door and it's like 10 feet of snow. You can't go outside. Well, we'll stay inside today.
Yes. See, with the lack of snow that we have here in Florida, what we make up for is hurricanes. That's pretty much it. And hurricanes, they're pretty much the same. I mean, the storm comes, the roads are blocked, you can't go anywhere, you have no power, it's very difficult to come by, the wind's very strong. It's kind of similar in some ways. Yeah. That's what happens.
I think the last big hurricane that Pennsylvania had was Sandy, and that was it, I think. I think that's the biggest one we had.
Yes. See, I was kind of frightened with Sandy. The UK and Pennsylvania don't normally get hurricanes, but now they do. And, you know, the thing is that the houses there and the buildings there aren't built to withstand hurricane force winds. So what happens when you get a Category 5 hitting Pennsylvania or hitting the UK someday? It's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've seen a whole bunch of videos on hurricanes and stuff, like when like houses, like the roofs get blown off and stuff from the winds. I'm like, jeez. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me then? Can you still hear me? Hello? Crap. Sorry, I'm gonna try again. Sorry, I'm trying to get him back. So my connection's like running out. Let's see. Sorry if technical difficulties. Let's see. I'll try it again. Oh, hey Timus, if you're still watching the video, can you try to send me an invite and then I'll accept it. I'm not sure why it's doing this. Easy works a lot better. Just sorry. Sorry everybody at the stream's working as you guys it would. Let's see. Okay, go on. Go on. Okay, go on. Come on. Come on. Sorry for technical difficulties. I'm just trying to load it back up. Let's see. Let's see. Come on.